return. Tom's on the hunt, Tom's on the prowl, with a can in hand and a curious plan. World secrets to be found in Tom's world now. Tom's World How.
Hey everybody, what is going on? Welcome to another live edition of This is Tom's World, where we just hang out, we chit chat, we talk about whatever. Tony B, wow, on the ball right there, right away with a comment. Got to tour the Yingling Brewery for anyone that hasn't. It's a pretty neat story and experience. Had free beer at the end. Free beer is always good. Speaking of beer, let's open up our first beer of the live feed. Is it my first beer today? No. No, I get done at 3 o'clock at work, so I'm back here by 3:30, 4 o'clock. You know I've already had at least two. Anyway, but this is the first one of the live stream. Cheers to everybody. Welcome, welcome. Jeep Girl, what's up? What is going on? So yeah, wow, already 6 people in here. That's awesome. Awesome. So, yeah, my latest video dropped yesterday. I would have done my live feed last night, but there was a little issue going on here at home, and I had to be a little preoccupied with something else. So I had to postpone it until tonight. But I did put the message out there on my Facebook and in the what's up, Joe? And in the community tab, or posts tab as it's called now. Excuse me, wow. Just that one sip of beer already has me burping a little bit. And then brought up a little bit of phlegm problem in my throat there, so I had to take another sip. Anyway, but yeah, the video that I put out was, I guess, you could call it a small series of videos. I did one on Philadelphia's last Potter's Field quite some time ago. I don't even remember what year it was, and that was just like a general one where I talked about the boy in the box and the girl in the box, and I also talked about the fact that there was a lot of people from Philadelphia State Hospital buried there, a lot of people who were like Jane Does, John Does. So the second video I did there was more focused on the boy in the box, and the boy in the box, his identity has since been known through the course of them moving his body and extracting DNA and putting it up against the like ancestry and stuff like that, and they were able to find the family he belonged to and give him a name. I believe it was Joseph Zarelli, I think it was. Now the girl in the box, also a very sad story. This happened 5 years after the boy in the box, and everybody was so already focused on the boy in the box that it just overshadowed this story in the media at the time, which is very sad that it happened that way. But the girl in the box was a little bit different. Now, Joseph Zarelli, if that was his name, he was found on the side of the road in Fox Chase. I think it was Susquehanna Road, I think. Not sure. It's been a little while since I did the research on that one. But so yeah, the boy in the box was found in Fox Chase, and he was just on the side of the road in a cardboard box. The girl in the box, as I mentioned in the video, she was found floating in the Schuylkill River, which is already a nasty river to begin with, and it was more in the industrial areas of the Schuylkill River, and a lot of people mispronounce that when they read it, that aren't from the area. I mean, those of us from the area, we know it as the Schuylkill, but she was found floating in a milk crate. So the story was that some barge worker, his name was Jesse Davis, I think. I already forgot. Insignificant part of the story of the name of the guy, but he saw a clothesline floating in the water, and he kind of got it and fished it in, and turned out that clothesline was wrapped around a wooden milk crate. And when he undid the clothesline and took the top off, he saw a body of a child float to the surface, a headless child, and she had multiple issues with her body. It would seem that like her legs were broke pre death. Her ring finger on her right hand was broken so bad it was almost off, and then somebody tried to bandage it or whatever for whatever reason after they've done everything they'd already done to her. And then post death, I'm not sure when they decapitated her, but they used a sharp knife apparently. But pre or post mortem rather, yo, what's up, Freedom? Post mortem, they had burned her feet and back. My guess is they were trying to burn the body to get rid of it, but then when they realized that the fire wasn't really going to do that, or maybe it was an accident, I don't know. Then they just put her in this milk crate and they set her out on the Schuylkill River and they tried to weigh it down with some bricks. Uh, I don't think they really know exactly how long she was floating in there, but yeah, when the guy found her, you found the witch's chair. Did you go see it? It's very cool, especially with the folklore that goes along with it. But then once you know the real story, it's like, kind of loses its luster, right? But it's still a really cool looking chair, the iron. Um, but so he called the harbor police right away as soon as he found the body, and that ensued with like some media coverage, but then it just quickly died out. And she just laid there in the Potter's Field since 1962. And I know they went looking for her once before. I think it was in 2018 when they were there, and that was probably something to do. Also, that might have been when they moved the boy in the box. I'm not sure. They moved him to Ivy Hill Cemetery, which, as soon as you go in the entrance of Ivy Hill Cemetery, the big stone arch, and it's the very first grave you see. He's got two headstones. The original one that when they didn't know his name, called him the Unknown Boy or the Boy in the Box. I forget exactly what it said on it. And then um, and then on the left side, there's the headstone with his name and his birth date, death date, and all that. You walk. I walked right past it the first go around in the church, and that's exactly what happened to me. If you watched, I'm sure you watched the video if you went and looked for it. But like I went around the entire place once. But see, my excuse for the and we're talking about the witch's chair here for everybody else. My excuse for not finding the witch's chair is all the photos I saw of it. There was like a shrub of sorts, like a weed kind of shrub between the headstone and the chair, and I was looking for that and I didn't see it because they took that out. The chair is kind of low for a chair. It's not like a high back chair. It was kind of hidden by the headstone, so I went right by it and didn't see it. And then I started doubting if I was even in the right place. Hey Ray, what's going on, brother? Welcome in, man. Um, so yeah, the media didn't really cover the girl in the box very well, and that really sucks, But I hope that I mean they did find her, as far as I know. I know they were looking for seven bodies, and in that video you saw there were seven areas where the dirt was kind of fresh-ish. Um, so I'm hoping that they did find her. There was nothing in any of the stories that said that they weren't able to find any of them, and apparently all the bodies that they were looking for were either children or teens who were like Jane Doe's, John Doe's, like whether it was a case of murder or accidental death or whatever, and they just didn't have the identity. So hopefully they can find the identities for all seven bodies. Um, just enjoying the high winds tonight. Well, we actually don't have any right now, but we have had some in the last couple weeks. There's been some pretty high winds. Pickle Nick, what's going on, brother? Welcome in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Most interesting man on YouTube. Miss Kate will not be joining us tonight as a moderator. She's having some personal issues right now, and I won't go into it. But we wish her well, and we're all pulling for for good news to follow. Um, look at this. We got Insane Joe commenting, Pickle Nick. You forgot to capitalize the pickle. So he's a minor Pickle Nick. I guess I'm a major Pickle Tom. If he would have pat you on the back, you would list it on your resume. Both sides of his pillow are cool. I wish they were. Then I wouldn't have to flip my pillow so many times during the night. When in Rome, they do as he does. He is the most interesting man in the YouTube world. Well, at least in the Tom's world, anyway. I mean, I'm the only man in Tom's world. Well, I mean, you're all part of it, obviously, but like, Tom's world, your right hand and arm are still weak. Well, they're working. That's the key part. Um, and yeah, what else was I going to say about the girl in the box? So I did search around, and there were some articles that came out, not many, after the crew was there last summer. So it was like August of 2024, maybe July, uh, and they were digging up these bodies, um, but none of them had any results yet. So I'm guessing it takes time, and it wasn't just people here in Pennsylvania. They had people from Georgia, like Georgia State University, people from Florida, and which is where the pieces of the bodies that they took. That's where they took. I don't know if they took the whole bodies or the pieces. I'm not sure. But they took them down to Florida to do their forensic DNA and genealogy testing and stuff like that. So hopefully they have answers soon, and hopefully soon I will be doing a video much like I did for Joseph Zarelli, the boy in the box, and we will have a name for the girl in the box as well, and maybe they could also bury her with a proper headstone. Would be really nice. Had the nurse there today to work on therapy. That's good, man. You got to keep going with it. You need a hat with a pickle on it. Well, I mean, hey, listen. If anybody out there knows what you're doing with like digital design and stuff, if you want to somehow incorporate the Tom's World logo with a pickle or something like that, feel free, send it to me, either on my Facebook. Sorry, my nose is running a little bit right now. Allergies. Uh, you can send it to me in a Facebook message, or you can email it to me, tnally, Nally, 75 at gmail.com. And I will make it into merch. I will most definitely make it into merch. It's been a minute since I put a new piece of merch up there. I don't always drink beer, but when I do, I prefer. Oh, you already said that one before, Nick. Need a hat with Pickle Rick on it. Not well. Now, see, I couldn't do that, man. Copyright infringement. I would get busted on that like right away. It could be just a regular cartoon pickle, or it could be a real pickle if you want. Maybe just kind of, I don't know. You guys figure it out. Be creative. I'm not going to make it a contest, though. But I'll tell you what. If somebody comes up with one decent enough, I will talk with you, and we'll get your address and stuff like that, and I'll send you out like a hat or a T-shirt with the logo on it. We can definitely do that, but it's not a contest by any means, and there's no time limit on it. So tnally75 at gmail. Here, I'll do this. Make sure I spelled it right. Yep. Okay. So that's the email address. If you come up with something, feel free to send it there. Now I'll tell you what. Joe says I have the equipment to make things now. we don't need to hear about your equipment, man. I mean, I'm just saying. No, I'm kidding. Sorry, couldn't resist. So I have no moderator tonight, with Miss Kate being out, but I can moderate myself most definitely. Incoming message from the goddess. Must check it out. must answer. And not have typos. Sorry. Okay, coming back. All right, here I am. Chris Mallon, what's going on? You got a place now. Dude, that's cool. I'm glad to hear that. I really am. You got a job going yet? Just curious. We got 2 laser engravers. I'm sure that was supposed to say um, to go with the printers. That's cool. That's very cool. So you can make signs like this for people. I mean, this one's made out of wood, so it was like manually cut and all that. But still, you can make it like out of whatever, you know. So, so yeah. I mean, I did that video. I've been meaning to do a video over at Potter's Field ever since I've been seeing these people there. But I was kind of waiting to see if any job starting soon doing tile work. Cool. Cool. I'm sure it's not going to compare to your last job, but still, it's a job, man. Money to live on. But we'll talk soon. You can let me know, where you are and stuff like that. We got to hang out. It's been a minute. Ray said I made my Halloween costume with a Cricut printer. I was a dog catcher. Oh, cool. Cha-ching. There you go. I almost grabbed the wrong bottle twice. See, I have an empty bottle, I have an unopened bottle, and then I have this one. I'm not an alcoholic, really. I'm not. It just happened to be that's the beer I had before the live started, and then I had 2 for during the live because I usually do about 2 beers, sometimes only 1. Depends on how much I talk, you know. And then later on, I get to be on another live feed. I've talked about it many times over on Things Network, which you can find that on Facebook and YouTube. There's a show that we do on Tuesdays, most Tuesdays, called Fear Fans, and I'd say like 99% of the time we're reviewing horror movies. Sometimes shows, sometimes it's been video games and stuff like that. But tonight it is going to be a horror movie and a classic one at that. We are doing Hellraiser tonight, so we'll be there you go. We'll be doing Hellraiser tonight. I was rewatching a little bit of it just to familiarize myself with it, but as soon as it started, like the whole movie just came back into memory like that. I still have it paused, like in a tab up here, and I'll watch the rest of it before the show starts, so that I can be more up to date on like details and stuff like that. But before today, it's been quite a few years since I actually watched it. Wasn't that long ago though. I saw Hellraiser 2, which is kind of the same movie, kind of not. It's I don't know, but I'm saving all that for the show. I'm not going to talk about any of it now. Another incoming message from the goddess. All right, coming back to the live feed. Yeah, it does. I mean, but then the same thing. Oh, see, you got me talking about it now. The same exact thing that happens with Frank, then happens with what's her name, Julia, in the second one. Kind of, like there's and it takes place more in the other dimension than the first one. We'll talk about it later, man. Ray says, I'm designing a t-shirt with a fish. I got permission from the owner of the Pay Lake to use their name on it. Cool. That's pretty awesome. Always good when you get permission. Especially with like making like t-shirts and stuff like that, especially if you're going to sell them. A lot of times when you use somebody else's name or something like that, if you're going to be selling them, generally they expect to get like a percentage of the sales and stuff like that, but not always. So that's cool. Bringing the puzzle box to the show. Well, don't open it, man. we don't need we don't need the what are they? The Cenobites coming to visit us all. You know, there'll be like one at everybody's camera behind us. Um, as for future videos, I don't really know where the next video is going to be. I still got to reach out to the woman from Constotters. I have not done that. I've been slacking on quite a few things lately. I just get caught up in other stuff. I mean, I have a lot of things I still got to do, personal and channel. Excuse me, but yeah, it's I never really do know what I'm going to do for a video until it comes to that time. Sometimes I might know it the day before. Very rarely do I know days ahead of time, unless I I see something in like one of the Facebook groups for Ben Salem or the Bucks County Historic History Group and or the Northeast Philly Then and Now kind of thing. Like I might see something and I'll go, man, really got to check that out. I still would love to go back to Dinosaur Lake, but it is riddled with homeless people, and I'm just not willing to risk it because I've seen some of the homeless people around here, and they don't seem too stable. I mean, some of them do. Don't get me wrong, but a lot of them don't. You could always do a video and talk like Rick and Morty. Though, man, that would be taxing on my throat. Doing Rick a lot, yeah. I don't think I could do that. That night, I would have no voice, maybe for a couple days. I'm sure a lot of people would like that though. I can talk a little, just a little bit. Dude, I would need a lot more protections than just you and I. You know, I don't know. I don't know what these homeless people have. They could have weapons in there and stuff. You know, guns. Who knows? Machetes. I don't know. I'm not willing to find out. But I would really like to see Dinosaur Lake again because it's been well over a year since I've been there. And my goal with Dinosaur Lake was to. I'll get to you in a second, Jeep Girl. I see the question. That's a good question. Um, was to get to Dinosaur Lake once the ground had fully dried out from the lake, which I'm sure by now it has, because my next goal after that is to metal detect there, and I will be getting a pinpointer. So I'm going to start doing metal detecting videos soon. They're not going to override my normal videos, but I am going to start doing metal detecting. And Jeep Girl, as far as the prison farm, it is still up. There's another dude. I can't remember his channel's name. Let me see if I can find it here. Apache's Travels. So APACHES Travels. He has just recently done a video over at the prison farm. He took a really long way to get there, but when you don't know where you're going, he took the easiest route. We'll say when you don't know exactly where you're going. But I've been there multiple times, so I do. And it is still standing. So what they're working on with that one warehouse on what is it, McNulty Road? I think it's McNulty. At the end of that, it's far enough away that they're not bothering the prison farm. So I will get back there again. Absolutely. Yeah, it's pretty easy to get to. There's multiple routes you can take, but it's pretty easy to get to. Um, let's see. Maybe even a portal gun. Yeah, that would be good. If I had a working portal gun, that would be cool. Metal detector and pinpointer, very nice. Got one off Amazon. Yeah, well, that's probably where I'm going to get my pinpointer because I I currently have a bunch of like Amazon cards and stuff, and this isn't even all of them from like my birthday and from Christmas and stuff that I still have to load into. That's one of the many things that I've been slacking on. Um, that I have to load into Amazon, and I want to get some stuff. I need socks, underwear, stuff like that. Of course. But I definitely want to get a pinpointer. I want to get one of those little clip-on Bluetooth microphones with the wind protector on it, because a lot of times when I go out there and it's windy, like in this last video, if you guys watched it, you can hear the wind a lot in it, and it was kind of pissing me off. Um, and my intro, while it was only like a minute long, that took me a half hour. I kept messing up. Loud cars kept going by. It was a busy day on Dunks Ferry Road. Um, or the wind was kicking up, or I was fumbling on my words, so it took a while. Oh, the homeless people have a portal gun. Well, they might. You don't know. It's possible. You got a metal detector last year? Yeah, I got one. I got one for my birthday last year. Actually, my mom bought it for me. I mean, it's not the highest end of metal detectors, but it works. I know it does because I've used it for a couple of things. But if I had a pinpointer with it, I mean, that makes all the difference. I mean, you can get a generalization of the area with the metal detector, and then when you're digging it up, the pinpointer can take you to exactly where it is within like an inch. So it makes it better. And I have some things I would like to detect both on and off camera. I keep reaching for the wrong bottles, man. Here, I know. I'll put this one way over here, and I won't reach for the empty one anymore. Um, but yeah, metal detection will definitely become part of my channel. Um, your birthday falls on a Friday this year. Oh, cool. Gonna have an online party? That's awesome. Always a good thing, man. I've done that before. So I just heard something outside my room here. Maybe I'll stumble upon a metal pickle. You never know. All right, I heard something again. Hang on 1 second. Let me check outside my door real quick. I won't be going long. Okay, I'm coming back. Sorry about that, guys. I don't normally do that when I'm on a live feed and I'm the only one here. Um, but it was my dad was doing something in the hallway between the main hallway and his room, and his closet doors make a loud noise, and he was doing something in there. Anyway, I'm back. Let me catch up. Tony B says, "How about instead of super sticker this chat, I buy you that microphone? Also, we may meet up metal detecting eventually." Wow, that'd be cool. More important than the pinpointer is the tools you will use to dig. Exactly. Um, Problem is, one of the places I want to be digging is at the Chamonix State Park. Now, I have permission to do so, which you do have to get permission, and it's written permission. But you can't use like shovels. You can't even use like a little like digging trowel. You have to use a screwdriver. Now, does everybody that metal detects there use only a screwdriver? I'm sure not. But I work there, so I kind of have to abide by the rules. But and I can't do the metal detecting while I work, so unless it's work related. But I mean, if you wanted to buy me those microphones, I'll tell you what. Here, let me bring up my Amazon. I don't even know if you remember. I had that birthday Amazon wish list. Um, Let me see. I'm sure that's still active. it is. Um, let me go back. I know I posted that. Oh yeah, I did. Okay. So, uh, how do I do this? Give me 1 second. Sorry, everyone. Okay. Yeah. So here, let me come back to the stream. Here is the link to the Amazon wish list. And those microphones are on there. I think it's the first product you see. Um, and they're pretty highly rated on there, so I'm guessing they're good. This was all stuff that I put on there for my birthday for people to grab me because Miss Kate said I should do that. Michael Rambo, what's going on? Welcome, welcome, man. You must be on your break, huh? Or wait, do you even work? We're not on a Monday night. This is Tuesday night. Could have also been one of the Mantis people or the Cronenbergs. Could have been. Tom gives a fangirl Amazon shout. Wait, what? Wow. But yeah, that's the link to my Amazon wish list. That was my birthday list, but now it's just a wish list. I was going to buy those microphones with these gift cards, but if you would like to do that, you feel free to do so. I don't know, man. They're $45.99. When I put them on there, they were like 20 something. I don't know what happened there. It's only an 8% savings, but like it was more than that when I first put them up there. At home? All right. Cheers, my friend. Drink them if you got them. On beer number 2 of the stream. So, well, this one's a little warmer now. Pocket change, bro? Wow. Wow, really? Man. Well, you feel free. You can buy me everything on that list if you want. Hey, I'm perfectly fine with that too. I got belts on there, all kinds of things. I have a little pop figure of Matt Foley. The what is he, Nick? 35 years old, living in a van down by the river. I got a Pickle Rick thing on there. I got all kinds of stuff. Feel free. That'd be cool though. Yeah, they'll come in handy on the windy days. I mean, the microphone on my phone. I mean, obviously, it does pretty well when it's not windy out. Because I went back and I was watching the video that pops up when you go to my page um, of the Bryn Athyn train wreck, and man, that sounds like dead on. Like, wow. Well, Lottie freaking da. Um, but like, no, I mean, some of the videos, the microphone sounds like exceptional just from the phone. But there is a lot of times where it's windy, and that actually has hindered me from making videos many a Sundays. It's like, man, it's too windy out there. All they're gonna hear is wind on my thing. And I mean, when I made this past video, it wasn't like a strong wind, but it was strong enough that I knew as I was making it that I had to redo it. I mean, the editing on that video, even though it's only 11 minutes long or something like that, the editing on that video took a long time. And then I still had to play Minecraft that night because this was Sunday when I was editing that. So, and what a session that was, man. I got to tell you, Nick, you certainly make that interesting. I use that word loosely. Tomorrow? Holy crap, what do you got? Amazon Prime? You got the boots too? No way. Wow. Dude, you freaking rock. You really do. Yeah, those boots would come in handy when I come across like the different parts of the Quessing Creek that are shallow, or any other creek that's shallow. No, dude, you really rock. I appreciate you. I really do. I got the sports almanac from Back to the Future. Well, I'm sure you mean you got a replica because there's no way you have the original. Um, there's just no way because that's got to be like in the Smithsonian or something like that. What is it? Gray's Sports Almanac. How's that for memory? I just reached in and grabbed that out of my mind there. Yes, replica off Amazon. Okay. Yeah, Tony is awesome, man. Tony donated money for me to do the giveaway that I did of the T-shirt, which Lori got, and she had already bought a T-shirt off of my merch shop. Like she was one of the first people to buy. Well, speaking of the devil, look at this right there. There she is. Thank you, Lori. I appreciate that. Typing is not easy. Off to listen to some tunes. See you on Fear Fans. Hey, man, no worries. I will see you there. We will see what my level of sobriety is at that point. So, if people don't mind seeing a slightly inebriated Tom, that the Fear Fans show comes on Things Network, which again you can find on Facebook and YouTube. I will share right now the Things Network Facebook address. I've done this before. There you go. That will be on at. Why is there? Wait, no. Why is? What? Oh no. Okay. Why is there a little ghost face in that? Here, wait. Let me try this again. We'll just do this. There it is. So that's the link to Things Network. The show will be on at 9:30 Eastern Time, our time here in the Philadelphia area. And we'll be hanging out. We'll be talking about Hellraiser, um, and it should be fun. It's always a good time. Let's see, Michael Rambo. Or wait, go back. Tony B says, "No problem, guys. I enjoy you and Tom across multiple channels and levels of interest. I will help where I can, dude. You really, you are beyond awesome." Um, Go back before that. Yeah, Lori. Yeah. You got the sweatshirt and you got that T-shirt. And then Michael Rambo says, "New wall being built separating the hallway in the Chamonix between AMC and Barnes and Noble." Yeah, I saw that on Facebook. I haven't been there since they started doing anything with that. But I guess that's the section off the mall to get rid of the places that they're going to get rid of. It's going to be really weird because I mean, as far back as my memory goes, in the Chamonix Mall has always been there. Come on, you're having fun when I drive you crazy. I'm like, dude, sometimes I don't. You could hear it in my voice where I'm just like, you need to stop and listen to me. I mean, in hindsight, it's all fun, you know. And you guys got me at that. Well, actually, Don Don, the guy that joins us the least playing Minecraft, is the one that got us all into playing it. But I can't wait for him to come back and see how pickle survival has changed. I mean, we've added a lot of stuff since he's been there. I don't even think he's no. He saw my iron farm. I think I'm pretty sure, but he hasn't seen all the signs that Robert put up. The Chamonix Mall used to be the place to be on the weekend. Used to be crowded. Yeah, I remember. I don't always play Minecraft, but when I do, I prefer getting pissed at Nick. Stay crazy, my friends. Yeah, well, I was playing it. Was it last night? Yeah, last night. Um, and I mean, it's always a guarantee that if I'm playing it at nighttime here for any length of time, all of a sudden Robert's name pops up, and there he is, and we'll just talk back and forth in the typing chat in that. Um, he does his thing, I do mine. I went a wandering around last night in Minecraft in our little survival world. And I found like two new villages. One of the villages is in an area where armadillos are, which I do need armadillos to make an XP farm, but it's really far away, and I don't know how I would get them back, and I'd have to cross water, and I can't do that with them. Yeah, I wish you could just like break them like the blocks and keep them in your inventory, and then just spit them out and they'll be alive, but it doesn't work that way with the mobs. Unfortunately. I wish there was a way you could just like put them in your pocket and just walk away. It'd be good. Like have some kind of pouch or something. Oh no, you haven't, but I did last night. I traveled far from the village. Like I copied down, like I wrote down the coordinates for our uh, for our home base, and I traveled far. I mean far, and I did it on foot. And I mean, I found some stuff, and you'll be pleased to know I found a horn. I got it from a pillager outpost. I died many times going in that pillager outpost, but like I got some stuff out of there. Nothing really all that great except for the horn. So now I have a horn. But yeah. So I know where that village is. It's just a matter of trying to figure out. I don't know. Maybe I can make a bridge across the water, and I can just put them on leashes and bring them back. And if I can do that, and I can get I think what do they call it? A potion of infestation. Um, I can make us an XP farm, and if we have that going, and the XP builds up, we can enchant our items and make them stronger and stuff like that. So yeah, I know. And then when I went in there after our session, Nick, this past Sunday, I go in to find out that there's a hole blown out on the side of the house, and there's like a hole in the ground, and part of the fence is gone, and there was villagers everywhere. I'm like, come on. And that was probably where you got blown up by a creeper. You're just a mess in that game, man. You really are. And you've been playing it longer than me. Yeah, I wonder who did it. Was it Nick? No, couldn't be Nick. He would never do anything like that. No, not Nick. No, no. He knows exactly what he's doing in this game. I can't remember where it was. I think so. There's in Washington Crossing Park here in our area, like where Washington crossed the Delaware, the whole famous story and all that during the Revolutionary War. There's a park that's involved with that now, State Park. Um, And there's an area of the state park where there's a big hill, and there's this thing called Bowman's Tower on top of it. And I was watching a video, or maybe it was a picture I saw, when somebody was entering there, and the sign, I'm not kidding you, Nick, the sign said caution, and then in all capital letters it said bees with a bunch of exclamation points. I immediately thought of you. TNT match, me versus Nick. Oh man. We'd have to listen, Freedom. We'd have to do that in a brand new world, or I'd have to make a copy of one of the worlds for you guys to destroy, because I don't know. I mean, you could make TNT. I mean, we have plenty of supplies. I'm not sure what I haven't even looked into what you need to use to make TNT. But we have plenty of the gunpowder or whatever it is that we got from the creepers we've killed over time. So yeah, well, it didn't have that many E's or S's, but yeah, and I should have taken a picture of that, or saved a picture, or whatever it was, so that I could show you tonight. Flint. Okay, well, we have some flint, and I found out you get flint from the gravel or whatever it is that like falls when you're like digging down, and it's like we have some, not much. I've had to multiple times make a flint and steel, so that used up some of our flint. And the reason for that was because I was trying to help Nick regain his items and going into the nether and then dying. And then when I come back, half of my stuff is gone because the piglins are walking around with it. And I don't want to attack them because there's so many around. If I attack them, they're going to come at me, as Nick has found out. Gunpowder in Minecraft and TNT. There you go. I still wonder who could have gotten the creeper to blow up our. Oh, gee, I don't know. In a single player world, destroying villages in creative? Yeah. I mean, I could I could make a copy of Pickle World, the creative that we were playing, that has the castle, but it has the garden in it and stuff like that. I could make a copy of that, and we could bring you in, and man, we could just have an all-out brawl in there. Like, turn off creative, and just have an all-out brawl and destroy the whole place. As long as I have my original, I'm good. Oh yeah, in creative you can spawn all the mob eggs you want. This I know, but in the current survival world that we're playing, which we call Pickle Survival, I call it Pickle Survival. Um, I am not turning on creative at all. No creative in this one. This is just simply us surviving. No cheats, no creative, no nothing. So when you die, you lose your stuff. You got to go back and get it. Um, Sorry, just looking back at messages. Okay, cool. Anyway. I have this much left. The live is this much long from this point. Oh, no, Nick has been part of Pickle World where we were in creative, and they were always asking me, "Can we go in survival now? I got to do this. I got to do that." I'm like, "Oh Christ!" Trying to make stuff, but okay. Jim, what's going on? I want you to know that the P word on my desktop and you on my phone. Oh yeah, that's right. The P word is on. They came on like 20 some minutes ago. I will be joining in the chat there momentarily in about this long, which isn't very long really. See, now it's this long. Um, but that link that I put up back in the chat, like if you guys want to go up and look at it, and I can put it on there again. If anybody at all would like to purchase anything from my Amazon wish list, I'm going to put it up here. I did this for my birthday as well. There it is. Oh yeah, long. Um, so there's my Amazon wish list. If anybody wants to go on there and buy me anything from it, feel free. If anybody would like me to add stuff to it, just let me know. You can always give the super chat, super stickers here. There's also a link in the description underneath the video here in YouTube where it has my Venmo account if you wanted to donate that way. But merely just knowing that people are watching my videos and liking the videos and commenting on them, that to me is more than enough. So, but you can feel free to do all that other stuff. Buy some of that fart spray. Could be a fun prank. Yeah, but I'm not making those kind of videos, man. You want those kind of videos, you got to go watch like Jack Vale and stuff like that. I do watch a lot of them. Well, I did, and there was even a guy that I talked to that used to do those videos too. Yeah, I got belts, I got gift cards, I got all kinds of stuff on there. What do I got? Let me look here. Let's see. I have a power box for charging my phone. I have gift cards. I got belts. I got Pickle Rick. I got Matt Foley. I got undershirts. I got hoodies. I got a machete on there. I really want that machete. There's a solar powered charger. There's a flashlight. The book or the backpack I already got. Kate bought that for me. That's the only thing that's been, well, that was bought for me. Here, let me hit refresh. And now I will see that 3 items have been bought for me. Tony, you really are awesome, man. I love you, brother. Thank you so much. Yeah, Jack Vale is awesome. I love Jack Vale. However, I bought a pooter, right? And this was going back like 5-6 years ago. And I took it out with me everywhere I went. I went to the Acme and I was like doing it around little kids. And they thought it was funny. You know, I had it in my pocket. I was doing it around at a Phillies game when I went to the stadium there at Citizens Bank Park. I was doing it there. People were hearing it and everything. And the thing burst out the side. There was a hole. And I tried to cover it up with electrical tape, but it just wasn't working after that. I complained to him. I said, dude, I had this thing like a month. It's not like I was using it every day. But I mean, I used it and the thing broke. What can you do for me? Nothing. Nada. No comment. I commented on his live feeds when he was doing them. I sent him an email, everything. I got nothing. So that kind of upset me a little bit. Let me catch up here. Come on, peeps. I like that. I do that all the time. Well, yeah, but they're real. That's different. Who can forget Sylvester Stallone? I mean, he doesn't really talk like Rocky, but I mean, he's a little more articulate when he talks. But he is from Philly. Anyway, he went to Lincoln High School. Should have used Gorilla Glue. Yeah, that wouldn't have worked. I will say the charging bank solar is hit or miss on quality. Would defer to a standard USB-C style. So yeah, I mean, like I have both of those kinds on there. You can't view the wish list. Message it to me. Are we even friends on Facebook? Oh wow, I'm moving the chat around now. Okay, let's see. Jim Oh, I see you there. We're not friends on Facebook, but I did add you, and now I will message you and put the Amazon thing in there. There you go. You got it. Jim is not a bot. No, he's not. Um, he's well, we're friends now. Well, we will be when you accept it. Jim is from another podcast that I've been on a couple times uh, with my friend Paul Adler called The P Word. I've mentioned that one a couple times. They're on right now, actually. And I'm going to be in their chat momentarily because this is the last sip of the second beer. And it's done. Always use USB-C and UBS, UCP. Yeah, okay. I can read. I can. I don't have a moderator. I am the moderator. It does not stand for pig people. Um, I would say if you really thought about it, you could probably figure out what the P in the P word stands for. It's like a maybe I assume. Maybe I'm wrong, but I assume it's another word for cat. Like you would say kitty cat, but maybe there's another word you could put in front of cat. Anyway, so I have finished both of my beers, and it has been just about an hour. So I'm going to get out of here so I can go down, clean up dinner, get a new beer, and go join the chat in the P Word. If you'd like to go there, go check it out. They're awesome guys. They're funny as hell. And I guess no, not Putty Cat, but you're close. Two of those letters. So if you take two of those letters and make them the letter before that in the alphabet, I think you got it. But anyway, so if you have not yet gone to watch my video on the Girl in the Box, please do so. It's only like 11 minutes, so it's not that much of your time. Make sure you give it a like. Make sure you comment on it. Make sure you give this video a like. If you haven't done so, it's down here somewhere. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, make sure you give it a like. And if you haven't subscribed yet, why haven't you? Why are you here if you haven't subscribed? Go hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button, then hit the notification bell. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I will see you all soon, or rather talk to you all soon. And make sure you stay safe, stay healthy, take care, and I will talk to you all soon. Have a good night, everyone.